Let's talk about frames. Specifically, I want to talk about plain black frames. I have plain black frames in my own apartment as decor, so do not take what I'm about to say as me passing negative judgment or saying that you have to get rid of your plain black frames that you use to frame your art or photos. In my opinion, black frames are kind of boring. They're really good anchor pieces, especially when you don't know what type of frame suits your artwork or photograph, but they're just very safe. And I am someone who has a bit more of a maximalist style to my interior design preferences. I've been really wanting to insert more whimsical charm into my space. I've seen a lot of these really lovely, charming, adorable frame DIYs going around. I've seen people paint stripes and little starbursts, and I've also seen people use paper to make a mat match the frame with a very fun pattern. I watched Caroline Winkler do the DIY on her own channel, and it seemed so easy and doable. I love a good, easy DIY. So I thrifted some frames, bought some wrapping paper, and we're just gonna have a cozy little craft night, and I'm going to show you the process and the final results. Buying frames is one of those things that can be really expensive, so I highly recommend thrifting frames. I thrifted a variety of sizes, and this one was $3. They ranged between maybe 3 to 7 depending on the size. But when you're looking for frames for this project, you really want to find something that has a flat profile and not something that has a bevel or an indent or anything textured, because it's going to make the paper lumpy when we glue it. We're essentially doing a paper mache onto the frame. For my prints, I ordered my prints through the print house that I use for my clients. They have really high quality paper and printing. Unfortunately, that's something that not everyone has access to. So for prints, I recommend Stackhouse, although I did the math and it was actually more affordable for me to go through my print shop than Stackhouse, but I have ordered from Stackhouse before. I've been really happy with the results. They also have options for mounts, or you can just get like a loose leaf. I ordered a couple different ones. I got a few from the Ophelia shoot that I did, and also the couples photo shoot that I did with my boyfriend. So I got a variety of sizes. I have like a 5x7, an 8x10, and some 11x14s. I got my paper from Paper Source. When I was selecting my wrapping paper, I paid close attention to the colors and the composition and tried to find things that suited the print. So I did the Ophelia photos, so I wanted to find something that had a floral pattern. And I was also looking for something that had a rough paper texture. I tried to avoid anything that was super glossy because I wasn't sure how the Mod Podge was going to take to it, but I did get one to experiment with, and I will tell you how that works out, and if not, I have a backup plan. In addition to your frames and paper, you will need Mod Podge as glue, some scissors or a box cutter, and a paintbrush. Start by disassembling your frame, removing the backing, any paper or matting from inside, as well as the glass. Please be very careful when handling any glass that you are removing from your frames. Next, we're going to cut our wrapping paper to size. You don't want it to cover the entire frame. You want to be able to have a little bit of gap, so that way it's easy to put the glass and backing back in. Then with the front side of the frame facing up, we're just gonna slather on that glue. The great thing about this DIY is that you can be as messy as you want when applying the glue. Sat by the sea while the waves fell asleep. Once your frame is slathered in glue, we're just going to flip it over and place it face down onto the sheet of paper that we cut. And mustering all of the strength that you possibly can, you are going to press that puppy into the paper. Now that the back of the frame is faced up, we are going to once again slather some more glue onto that edge and bring up the side of our paper. You want to make sure that you're holding it so that it really sticks to the glue and holds to the frame. And then repeat for the other side. Using a little bit of glue, you're going to want to fold in your corners. That extra glue is going to ensure that our corners stay nice and neat and pretty. Try to hold on to the things I can't keep. Slipping my fingers, I was losing control. Took a couple months till you knocked on my door. Sat by the sea while the waves fell asleep. Didn't even know what. Repeat for all the sides, making sure that you are tucking and gluing those corners until you have what looks like a half-wrapped Christmas present. Using our X-Acto blade or box cutter and being extra careful because we don't want to lose any fingies, we are going to cut out a rectangle shape from the frame. You want to allow about 1 inch of side allowance because we are going to take that extra and wrap it on the other side of the frame. So instead I'll sing this song. Flip your frame over and then we are going to cut diagonally into our corners. This is going to make it so easy to wrap that extra paper up and around the side without it getting in the way of the corners. Duh. Here I'm just giving mine a little bit of a trim because I gave myself too much allowance. Slather on some more glue, and then we're going to bring up that edge of the paper, wrapping the form of the frame. You really want to make sure that you get into that crease. This is going to make sure that the glass and the backing fit back into the frame. Once all your sides are nice and tucked, we're just going to seal the back with a nice thick layer of Mod Podge. Sing this song. Once your paper is dry, you can reassemble your frame and insert your print. Please be very careful when handling this glass.
I'm really trying not to.
I did not try hard enough.
I don't know what my bangs are doing, but they're doing it. I love these frames so much. I think they're so fun. They really hit that whimsical note that I really wanted them to. I am slowly building a gallery wall for our staircase. These are going to be the perfect little addition to the things that I've been collecting for that. I'm very thrilled with how these frames turned out. I think they're so lovely, and I honestly want to do this with like all my frames. I have some Polaroids that I want to frame, so I think it would be really, really cute to get some maybe 6x6 or 8x8 square frames and do a big mat with the matching frame pattern and then the Polaroid. I think that could be really cool. But that is all the time that I have for you. It is late at night and I'm ready to hit the hay. If you would like to see my face again, don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, all that good jazz, and I will see you next time. Bye.